Welcome back to Stonemagpie at the beginning of week 11. As promised, I'm going to start doing the Arctic animals as a WIP and chat. So as you can see, I filled in the background as much as what I thought it would be. I think that bit there is just the start of the bird. So it's quite difficult to tell when you're up close which bit's which. So without any further ado, we will get into it. And again, I start at this point and move across. So we'll start with the arrows. So how are you all? I hope you're really well, and I hope that you're getting on well with your diamond painting and not had any disasters this week. You know, occasionally being on Facebook, I see, sorry, I've got some pink wax, there we go. Sometimes I see that people have dropped their diamonds. Oh my goodness, that's not fun. So hopefully nothing like that has happened for you this week, and it's all gone very easy, and that you're enjoying the pictures that you're working on. I'm definitely still enjoying this one. It really is a pleasure to work on, even still. So you'd have thought after 10 weeks of working that it might have waned a bit, but absolutely not. I haven't once felt the need to work on another picture or anything like that. This is just still great. So I think in this part of the picture, I think there's two polar bears here, and as I say, the bird here, but I'm not quite sure what's going on at the side. So hopefully it will become apparent as I go on. So what's happened this week? Well, to be honest, it's been a busy week for me. As you know, if you watched my latest update, I think I only got something like 5.5 hours done this week, which is a shame. And I do get withdrawal from the obsession. So yeah, hopefully I'll find a bit more time this week to get going. The thing is, now that I've reached this part of the picture, there is a lot more confetti. So I feel, and I'm doing a bigger section, so I feel like it's going a bit slower than usual, because previously I've been able to do virtually a complete row in a week. So I'm definitely not being able to do that for a while. And underneath this portion is like a valley at the bottom, so I expect that to be quite confetti heavy too. Anyhow, we'll see how we get on. It's not a race, is it? You know, we're not going to rush through and then have it on the wall and look back and think, should have taken a bit more time here and there. Once we've made these pictures, we want to be able to look at them and enjoy them in the years to come. So, right. Looking at these. Just going to check my fingernails actually. I've been doing a bit of gardening today, so I'm just checking how dirty my nails are. The weeds are just growing like fury. I think it's because we've had quite a lot of warmth and rain in the UK. Yeah, and the weeds are taking full advantage. So I had to get out in the garden earlier. And that gave us a good excuse to have a pizza takeaway tonight. So we got a big pizza with, we call it chicken combination, and it's got chicken, sweet corn, and instead of mushrooms we get jalapenos on to spice it up a little bit, and it's very, very tasty. So we've had that for tea tonight. I wonder what your favourite pizza is. Do you stick to the same toppings each time, or do you like to change about? Because we tend to stick to the same. because we share it, my husband and I, we share it, and so we both tend to like that flavour, which is good, no arguments. And I've got a cup of tea beside me here. So there we go, nice cup of tea. I do like my tea quite strong, hardly any milk in, as you can see, so I'll just have a drink, excuse me. Oh, it's still quite hot actually, so I'll pop it there for later. All right. Yes, because I've had quite a busy week, I remember in one of my WIP and chats I talked about colours and wanting to learn more about how colours affect you. And I haven't had any chance this week to look into any online courses or what might be available for that. So that's still something that I'm hoping to pursue, but it might take a little while. You know, colours definitely affect your mood. And sometimes people say, or I've heard, that if you're in a bit of a low mood, to wear something like a colour red, and that will give you a bit more impetus. People already think that you're quite assertive if you wear red. So I just find that really interesting, and I'd like to learn more about that. Because not only colour, but the weather can affect your mood as well. And I'm sure that's something to do with the light play on colours. There we go. So I'm going to do the little camera icon around here. Oh, it's quite a full pot. I filled up some of these. I used the little Tic Tac boxes. Do you remember that? Had quite a lot of static in. So my dryer sheets definitely worked really well. I haven't tried the freezer idea that somebody mentioned because the dryer sheets worked. But perhaps in my next kit, I'll give that a go as an alternative so that I'll be able to feed back to you. I must write that down and remember to do it. So, just fill in these little cameras. Such cute pictures. This is a beautiful blue, isn't it? It's a bit like a pale denim. It's quite a restful blue. Do you know, I didn't check. Yes, you are in shot, that's fine. Oh, good, a few. I had a little panic there, thinking that you wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing. Yes, so I hope to do a lot more this week than I did last week. I'm hoping to do these parts as WIP and chat. Again, like the full scale like I did last time on the warm side. So hopefully I'll get at least the scales done and report back at the end of the week. So that's the plan anyway. But sometimes plans go awry, don't they? We just have to go with it and try our best to fit it all in. Okay. So next I'll do this little upside down Pac-Man. See him there? This one. Beautiful silver grey. Of course, being the colder side of the scales, we're going to get more blues and silvers and whites rather than the red oranges that we had last time. So at this point, I do want to say a very big thank you to you all for joining me on my channel. I really do appreciate it, and I absolutely love receiving comments. Whether you want to make comment about what I've done or whether you want to suggest an alternative, I just love hearing from you. And if you're purchasing Josephine Walls, I like to know which picture it is because I'm a bit nosy like that. So yes, please do keep commenting on my channel. I do try and reply to each and every one. As I say, I get a very big thrill when somebody takes time to message. So thank you for that. If I can help anybody out, I will try my best. I don't know everything. I don't sell myself as the guru. I just have tried some things, sometimes a little bit out of the box, to try different ideas and try out different ways of doing things. You may have caught my 3D diamond painting video. That's a bit out there. And it was a trial. It is a long video because I wanted to show if it would work or not. So I did do quite a lot of recording as I was trialing it. So I have called it a trial rather than a tutorial. But it was great fun to do, and it was great to try a different type of diamond painting, making one yourself and then making it into a 3D version. And I don't mean a 3D diamond version, I mean like a 3D layered picture. So that was a really interesting project. And then when I'd finished it, which did take a while, and it was a bit of a passion project, because at times I'd wake up early in the morning just trying to figure out how I was going to do it. And once I'd completed it, I did do a shorter tutorial of a picture of my pet dog Monty. I didn't diamond paint it because I wanted to show the technique rather than the actual diamond painting. So that is all there to see. I think I put the 3D trial as a complete project in the playlists, and the tutorial side of that I put in the tutorials playlist. So by all means, have a little look. I know it's a long video to watch, but if you wanted to sort of skip through it, the problem was at the beginning, the picture had lots of spindly trees in the background, and unfortunately it was one of the first layers that I was doing. So that was really the slowest part, because I was still trying out different types of glues, etc., before settling on the way I ended up doing it all in the end. So anyway, you may find that interesting. You may not. You just, it depends on what you want to do with your own diamond painting, I guess, whether you're interested in making your own charts or whether you're quite happy to purchase pictures that have been professionally done, and get all of the kit and colours, etc. included, because making your own chart, if you don't have a lot of spares, can be a fairly expensive way of doing it. But I feel rather than buying a custom chart which somebody makes for you, doing it yourself, you have a little bit more control. And it does depend on the size, because we're only able to print out on A4 usually. So if you did a huge, massive one, it would take a lot of patching the pages together to make your chart. So anyway, have a look if you're interested in finding out more. Yes, I don't quite know how I got on to talking about that. Anyways, I've lost my train of thought. I'm quite happy at the moment to be working on this Josephine Wall project. As I said many, many times, it is a beautiful project, and I will definitely invest in another one. So if you enjoy watching the updates and things, please do consider subscribing so that you don't miss out on the updates, and you will also see my next unboxing and updates for my next kit. There we go. I wonder how common it is for people to, once they've done one Josephine Wall, to just want to do more, because using so many colours, although it is confetti heavy, which could drive some people mad, but you know, it's so lovely having so many colours to work with. So I will definitely keep doing Josephine Wall pictures. If you know of any other producing companies who make diamond paintings with a lot of colours, please would you let me know in the comments, because I do love Josephine Wall pictures anyway, but you never know, there may be something out there that as an alternative for me to have a look at and see what I think. I know I've heard about the Heaven and Earth designs, and that is something I'm pondering as well, which is a slightly different way of doing the canvas, with it not being printed onto the canvas itself. You actually download their pattern, a bit like a cross stitch. So I'm quite keen on doing something like that too. But if you know of any other companies that do a lot of colours, please let me know. Thank you. Be interesting if they're all very, very big ones too, because I do like big pictures, but it doesn't have to be big. As long as the picture is clear, then I'd be happy to have a go. When I do my own chart, there is a limit of 120 colours, and when I've popped a picture in, it seems to reduce it. I think the most I've had using my own chart that they've recommended is something like, it might have been 62 that they listed the colourways for. So I do have that option as well. Lots and lots of different things coming up. And you've probably noticed as well that I am doing quick and easy type videos. I've done a few of those, particularly making a pendant. I've done making earrings, bracelets, and I'm always trying to think out of the box of what you might be interested in making for yourself, and I try and make it as easy as possible for everybody to be able to have a go at, no matter what level you're on. So I hope you're enjoying those too. I definitely enjoy thinking about the ideas and finding the products to work with them. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying those. Now I've got these symbols that, I don't know if you can see, but I've got, it's a bit like a right angle with a dot, and some are going to the left and some are going to the right. So I'm just having to be a little bit careful around here which way I need to pop in. Just making sure I do get it right. And some of them don't have dots, so I am doing the one that's facing to the right, but these ones don't have dots in. So yeah, they've made that slightly complicated at this point. Pop the one in there. You just need to sometimes slow down a little bit, make sure that you're seeing it right when your eyes go a little bit funny with all of these lines and dots. Because of course they're all blue as well. I think in my last WIP and chat I mentioned how fun it would be to choose the symbols and colours, etc. And how careful you would have to be that they weren't together, but perhaps it's, oh, there's another one there. Perhaps it's not so much of an issue because whoever did this one went with it. We'll come off those for a while and do the link. Ooh, pretty green. I have had a few comments from people saying now that they've seen somebody actually working with squares and how easy it seems to look, that they're going to have a go, which is really good news. On my beginner video I have said if you've never bought a kit before, then do try getting a square and a round kit, not spending much money, just get a small one to have a little go at and see which one you prefer. The picture quality probably wouldn't be amazing if it's a small picture, but it will tell you whether you like working with the squares or the rounds or both. I mean, some people do like both. So that's a little bit of a tip to a new beginner in case you're watching to find out more. I started with squares, so I don't particularly find them that difficult to do, and I do prefer the finish of them. I think once you've done a few, you just get into the habit of how to hold the pen and how to place them. But you've seen me working with this where I don't have to be absolutely right in each box, because as they get put down, I squish them along a little bit sometimes if they're just slightly off. The only thing I would say is I've seen pictures on Facebook of people with light pads underneath and doing squares, and they always say, oh, it looks awful, it looks terrible. But I think if you took it off your light box, you'd be surprised. Sometimes I think it doesn't help seeing them. Some people may disagree. I don't use a light box, so that's my preference. But it always seems that they look better off the light box. And I would hate people to be put off squares because they're too worried about it. Because it is a lovely finish to your picture. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Obviously, light boxes are very popular, and they're very helpful for people that have eye strain. So, you know, if it works for you, that's great. And if you get your own technique in using squares and you realise that it does look a little bit gappy through the light, then that's fine. Obviously, everybody has their own way of doing things. So it's just an observation that I'm making if you're first trying squares. That's all. Another thing people seem to ask a lot about is sealing. You know, like when you finished a picture, what do you seal it with? And I think it depends on how you're going to hang your picture. I haven't sealed a picture at all yet because I framed them behind either glass or plexiglass, so they're protected anyway. If I decided to frame them in a different way, say on the I don't really know what they call them, where you slip the plastic through and it's got like a piece of string and you put the plastic through top and bottom so that the diamonds are actually on the outside rather than protected by any glass or anything. I'm not sure if I would seal it anyway, because using squares it won't gather any dust because there's no gaps. Yeah, if I get to that point, I might let you know at another time how that goes, if I do decide to have a go at that. Sorry, just having a little drink of tea. I've got my adamant cup, look. I don't know if you can see. Can you see that there? Adamant on there. I'm showing my age now. But yeah, he was my favourite pop star of the 80s, and you might have seen that video too of me when I made my own chart and did his picture. I love that picture. It is up in my craft room where I get ready on a morning, because I kind of use it as my dressing room as well, and his eyes sort of follow me around the room. It's rather nice. So, and that's a sped up video where I show you it all. There is Adam and the Ants music in the background, but you can turn it on to mute if you don't like Adam and the Ants, and watch that one, because the detail in that picture was absolutely incredible. I was so thrilled with it, and yeah, I look at it every day. Good old Adam. So yeah, it does give my age away though, doesn't it? But hey ho, I don't mind really. It's just a number. These little cross swords, very cute symbol. Very easy to spot as well, so hopefully I won't miss any now I've said that. Something exciting that we did this week is my husband and I have hired a camper van, and we're going to go off for a few days in August for a little break up to Scotland. So that's exciting. I've never ever stayed in a camper van before, and I think it's going to be quite interesting to do that. See if we like it. We're going to take the dog with us as well, and we're going to go with some friends. They've got their own camper van, so they're quite used to it. So at least we'll have somebody experienced in it to help us out if we don't know what we're doing, which we won't do. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting away, doing something different. Being in the UK, it's quite, well, I'll say it's a bit uncertain still at the moment about the travel at the time that I'm recording this. So we've just decided to stay in the UK. We've got some beautiful places to visit in this country. We've gone to Wales quite a lot. We really, oh, there's some of those cross swords, look, never mind. We've been to Wales quite a lot. Tends to be the North and West Wales. And it's a beautiful, beautiful country. Lots and lots of castles. So, yeah, we took our son, when he was younger, there quite a lot. And we've also visited Devon quite a lot. One of my absolutely favourite places to go is is Exmouth. It's so oldie worldy and it's just a lovely relaxing place to be. So yeah, been down there quite a few times as well. And it'll be nice to go to Scotland. I haven't visited a lot of Scotland. I've obviously done Edinburgh and Glasgow, and I used to live in Fife. I used to live in Dalgety Bay. And actually, when we first moved down to where we are now, I had a Scottish accent. We moved down here when I was about 10 years old, and I'd picked up this Scottish accent whilst I lived there for a couple of years, which I don't think you'd be able to tell now. I don't think I sound Scottish at all anymore. So, yeah, it'll be good to go back. I'm very lucky to have it so close. All this different wilderness out there. Right, this little symbol next. I think going in a camper van is going to be better than a tent. I've stayed in a tent before and got cramp in the middle of the night. Oh my goodness, try getting up to stand up straight in a tent. That was a tricky job. So no, I don't think I would be rushing to do that again. Yeah, that was painful. So at least in the camper van, we have some sort of proper bed. Well, I'm hoping it's something like a proper bed. Never stayed in it before. And we have the dog, so hopefully he won't snore. Oh, it'll be fun. It's only for a short time, 3 or 4 days. So we're going to go sea fishing as well. All these new experiences. Bit different. I'm thinking I might have to take some little kits with me to perhaps do on an evening, because I think I'm going to get withdrawal symptoms. Oh, that's terrible, isn't it? But I just can't imagine not doing any diamond painting for 4 days. Ooh, I won't think about it. I might get anxiety. I'll plan ahead and purchase some, maybe something like bookmarks or key rings or something. You know, those little kits that you can just pack up and do on the go. Maybe something like that would be good. You never know. I might video myself on holiday and you can have you can join me in the camper van. Oh dear. I don't know if I'll be able to film the sea fishing though. Depends on how choppy the sea is. Don't want to risk my phone getting, what's the word, dropped into the sea. Yeah. So I might give that a miss. We'll see. See how brave I am on the day. Oh no, do you know what I've done? I've slipped back into talking about holidays again. Oh no, it's becoming a bad habit. And I've even threatened to take you with me now. Oh dear, how funny. Maybe that could be a new thing. Let's swap holidays and take each other on them so that we can see the country without actually going anywhere. I love this. This is like a very, very pale turquoise. Very, very pretty colour. Or is it like a, would you call it pale turquoise or sea foam? You know, like when you get stones on the beach that have been washed, oh, what are they called? Like sea glass. It's a bit like that, isn't it? That sort of a colour. Don't know if we're getting the polar bear in yet. I can't quite tell from how close I am. And I can't really see it on my screen either, so is he starting to show up yet? Polar bears are beautiful creatures, aren't they? And I think they're a lot bigger than what you would think as well. When you watch the nature programs, it's hard to tell because usually there's not much else around them apart from snow. So yeah, I think I was watching one programme, I was a bit taken aback how big they are. Beautiful, and the size of their paws as well. Absolutely huge. I guess, I wonder if they have to be, you know, a bit like snowshoes, just so that they don't sink into the snow. Perhaps that's why they've been created like that. Nature is so clever. They're suffering a little bit, aren't they, the polar bears, with global warming. So, oh, let's hope we don't lose them. This white might bring out the polar bear in the picture a bit more. Oh, there's quite a lot of these in here. Oh, goody. That will feel like I've moved on a bit after doing quite a few. I did do a project making earrings for a video, which is actually on my channel in tutorials. And do you know, I've just thought that they're using AB squares. I wonder if I should have perhaps looked into changing some of these into AB. I'm not sure. I think I'll keep it. I think I'll keep it as the proper kit for now. But perhaps when I'm finished, I might look into just changing a few. I'll see. Because, for example, up in the sky, where the Libra constellation is, that might look really stunning in AB. And just pick out some of the areas. Don't know. I'll consider that one. But the AB squares are so pretty. So check out my earring tutorial and you'll be able to see. I can't remember how many little baggies of them I bought now, but a fair few. There's 46 altogether available from Smith's Beads in the UK. And I bought a few. It was quite a hard choice. I didn't buy them all. But I bought sort of a nice selection of some bright colours and some subtle colours, and of course black and white had to be done. So yeah, if you've never seen the AB squares, do check that out. I'll be doing some more projects with those as well, I'm sure. Don't know what yet. How is it looking? Oh, I really wish I could see my screen to see what you can see. But never mind. Next time I might try and fix my camera slightly differently so I can check. But as long as I keep putting the right colours in the right squares, it should look all right. Judging by the warm colours, they were good, weren't they? From the distance, because as I explained, it's quite hard to see closer up. So I was happy when I moved away and I could see the animals a bit more clearly. I think that's a polar bear there, you see. I think he's got his head facing that way. Once I've done a bit more of the scales across here, I'll get the iPad out again like I did last time, and we can compare the actual picture to the diamond painting, see what we think. And also, as I move a bit further down as well, I'm intending to show you a smaller version of this picture that I completed. It is framed, and that's how I got into Josephine Wall, because I didn't buy that as a Josephine Wall picture. I bought it because it was a Libra picture, and then I wanted a bigger one to try and get more detail on the animals, and somebody mentioned that it was a Josephine Wall, but not the official version, so I've also got that to show you as well a bit further along. I'll show you it once I've got a bit more down into the valley, and then it can be like a proper comparison. Didn't expect this bit to be this colour, I don't know why. Okay. It's quite interesting when you think, as you're doing it, what the next colour would be, and then it's not that. Like, oh, okay, yes, all right then. You're right. I was expecting this to be sort of another creamy white, and being pale green, it sort of threw me for a moment. I guess that's how they get the highlights and the definition. It's very, very clever. Right, next colour. We'll do this little arrow up. Yep, back to the creamies. This is like a warm cream, quite a beigey cream really. Notice there's another one of those rings that I must have missed. So we'll pop that in. I'll do this sort of U shape. Don't actually think there's that many, so I'll do it out of the pot. I do like these pots for this reason. Instead of the Tic Tac boxes, I tend to either have to pour onto my hand or into the tray, whereas these I can just flip up, done. Little picture frame, look, some mountains. I think there's probably only one of those. Can't see any more for now. There may well be some. Barbells for weight training, which I could probably do with now I've had that big pizza. That's one thing I don't really do is exercise. I walk around, I walk the dog, I'm up and down the stairs at work, and that's me. I don't go to the gym and I don't run. Yeah, not really my forte. So I probably shouldn't eat the pizza that I did tonight, but you know, once in a while it's fine, isn't it? Okie dokie. These little radios. Sometimes when I'm doing my diamond painting, when I'm here on my own, I put the radio on. And it's quite nice company. Whereas when I'm talking to you guys, I don't have that on. I'm not actually sure if I would be allowed to, because I guess there's some sort of copyright law somewhere for the radio to have on in the background. So yeah, it's probably a good thing that I don't put it on. I'm not sure of the copyright law there, because you would be playing somebody else's material, wouldn't you? So yeah, best not. I know when I uploaded the Adamant video, because he's got the backing is Adamant songs, I had to sign over copyright to the video for that, because any royalties would go to Adam and the Ants, which I don't mind for that video if I ever get monetised, because yeah, using his music, fair dues. I wanted it on there, so right. I wonder if that would happen with the radio then. If I had the radio on in the background, YouTube would probably recognise the songs that are playing, and that would happen again, that they would automatically do the copyright. Or you run the risk of not being allowed to post your video. There is that risk as well when you've got background music on, so yeah, best not take the risk. Because can you imagine doing all of this and talking to you guys and then not being able to post the video because I've got a bit of background music on? That would be sad. Oh gosh, I got far too many out for those little bits. Right, I'm going to do this plug here. I've seen quite a few of those. I wonder what this brown bit is. Can't quite make that out either. Perhaps you're getting a better view. think I should have perhaps looked at the picture before I started today to be able to work it out. Never mind, too late now. So those arrows next. I haven't seen many of those, so I think I'll just do those in my hand. Again, it's in one of these pots, so take it from here. Any more? What do you think about this confetti then? Because it is quite heavy confetti, isn't it? Would you like doing a project like this? Would you find it a challenge, or would you just find it far too annoying not being able to have a really good run at a colour? Please do let me know. I know my mum started diamond painting and this would absolutely drive her mad. I don't think she'd complete it. All of the swapping and changing of colours, I think, would get on her nerves a little bit, so, you know. She likes to look at mine, though, and she does like it. She just doesn't think that she'd be able to do it herself. Or enjoy doing it herself. She would be able to do it, but I don't know if she would enjoy it. And there is a difference. If you're going to do a picture this big, you want to enjoy what you're doing. And you want to enjoy looking at it afterwards. Yay. Right, so that's one of those circle worlds. Haven't seen any others of those. A quick little look. No, I think this is the only one of these, so pop it out. And I'm sure I've done that colour before, so I'll just get one of those out as well. You may notice that I'm not really bothered about these down here, because when I peel back the next bit, there'll be more of those there. So sometimes I just leave these edges and do them when I peel back the next segment, because I don't see the point of completing the whole segment for the sake of it when I know that there's, you know, it'll be quicker just to do it on the next stage. Microphone. I do fill in these little bits though, because I would hate for them to be missed. How awful would that be if you finished a picture, framed it, got it on the wall, and then realised that there was 1 or 2 diamonds missing? Yeah. You would have to take it down, wouldn't you, and finish it. do those next. Beautiful bright blue. Missed a couple of microphones there, never mind. We will do that later. Back to the creams. Sure I saw one up here. Where's it gone? Did I see one up here? I thought I had. Maybe it was the other one I was thinking about. So, oh, we've got one of those little pictures again with the mountains there. Get one of those. Megaphones. Going to say I'm sure there were more. I wonder what that is there. Well, I'm over an hour now, aren't I? Yes, I know. Yeah. So I might have to stop soon, and then I will be able to find out what that brown bit is and let you know when I continue next time. I'll fill in these. The usual thing, I'll just do this bit, I'll just do this bit. A little wiggly pink one. See a couple of those. Where did it go? There. I've done the castle already, so that's popped out. We'll do that one. And I'm sure I've done that blue flag as well a bit further down. So we'll get another one of those. And I've seen more arrows that I've already done. Oh dear me. Because look, we've got two of those ones that we did earlier as well. So we'll do those. Two of those. I'll do this, because again I think I did that already. And lastly, I'm going to do this arrow down here. And then that will be a good place to stop, because then I've caught all of the bits that were down here that I'd missed off previously. Right, let's have a little look from afar. Oh yes, oh yeah. So that's his body, and that's his head turned round, and then that's the polar bear in front. So I think we've got a bit more of polar bear head here, and I don't know about that. I think this is the bird. So it's starting to get definition. That's like a shadow, isn't it? So that's his back, that's his neck, head, and the shadow. Ah. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me for this segment, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye for now.